Hey everyone, how's it going? Hope you're all having a good day today. Thank you for stopping by. I'm sorry that I think I took like 4 days off. I was planning to come back tomorrow or yesterday, but I just had a really bad day yesterday, so I am here today instead. But the new patch for Final Fantasy just dropped, so I guess probably gonna be checking that out today. Might be trying out the new raids and stuff, maybe checking out the new island sanctuary. We'll see if I do the story today or not. I'm not sure on that. But yeah, I hope you're all having a great day today. Hi, Cheeky. How's it going? Hope you're having a good day today. Um, get everything on and going. I can't wait to get my camera situation fixed. This on. Boop. This one. Should pick up. Come on. Oh, come on. Maybe if I do this. No? What's going on? 14's not wanting to capture for some reason. That's weird. Hang on, let me deal with this. Okay, there we go. I had to capture it that way. But yeah, I hope you're all having a great day today. Alright, now I have to figure out where to go to unlock the raid. I'm assuming it's gonna be over in Elpis. Maintenance, maybe? Oh, no, it's fine. It's just, it wouldn't... For some reason, game capture wouldn't work. I had to move it to window capture. I'm assuming... Hmm? It's not here. Maybe... Gotta figure out where the quest for the new raid is. Seeking Sanctuary. That's the new island. We'll check that out later. So that's not what we want to be. Rodzet Han then? I know that's probably where the main scenario quest is. Yeah, the main scenario quest is here in Rodzet Han. Where would the... Figured it would be in Elpis. Labyrinthos, maybe? I'm not quite sure where the new, raid quest starts. Oh, that's probably it right there. An unwelcome visitor. Yeah, I think that's it right there. Hi, Evie. Oh, that's creepy. I've made a breakthrough. After uncountable days and nights, I finally hearkened to the crystal's whisper, and I must say... Professor Claudine, where are your manners? While I understand all too well your enthusiasm, I must remind you that even the most academically inclined prefer a composed recounting of events. Ah, yes, of course, my apologies. Being consumed by my research for so long, I am afraid I have quite forgotten how to engage in civilized conversation. I don't care, just blurt it out. In that case, perhaps we should start from the beginning, with a crystal set adrift upon the ethereal tides containing the memories of a party yet unknown. They cried out for deliverance from pandemonium, where the ancients kept volatile creations under lock and key. You yourself witnessed the power devouring the facility from within, and the advent of a divine monstrosity wrought of mythical beasts and powerful mage. Fortunately, your martial prowess and the combined magical talents of your companions, Thamus and Erictonios, that's how you say that, was sufficient to restore order to the circles of Asphodelos, but the greater threat still remains. In the depths of pandemonium, a presence yet stirs, its intentions and identity shrouded in mystery. That is the issue at hand, is it not? Since you returned to us, we worked tirelessly to discern the nature of the crystal. In the process, I detected an anomalous etherical signature, which I believe arose from the memories stored within. Analysis of this pattern suggested a feeling of loss or yearning, specifically the yearning to be made whole. And indeed, ambient readings have revealed a faint but identical signature. This can only mean that another such crystal exists in our time. So, my friend, I must depart to search for it forthwith. By tracing the matching ethereal signature to its source, I believe it will be a simple matter to find our crystal's twin. Professor, will this expedition be carried out only by us, or will Morgan grace us with her protection? I have to go back to Asphodelos. I'm afraid she has more pressing matters to attend to. My dear... I can't pronounce that name. Namely, to seek out the secrets which lie nestled within Pandemonium, where it all began. From all that we have heard, it appears that time traversal from the Crystal Tower is not fluid. That is to say, one can but travel in predetermined intervals. It would be prudent to check in on occasion, in case there are any unanticipated changes. As for you, my loyal assistants, I would ask you remain here and continue cataloging the ancient creations. You can't mean, do you intend to search for the crystal on your own? Why yes, that would be the most efficient use of resources, would it not? In fact, I have already commissioned a ship and a pilot for that very purpose. I trust you to take good care of the laboratory in my absence. I apologize for that somewhat abrupt departure. When progress is in sight, Professor Claudin tends to become blind to all else. Indeed, and he has been worse than usual. While I cannot fault him for his excitement, I do wish he would spare a thought for those around him. For reasons unknown, the crystal seems loath to be overheard. Much as it spoke only to you last time, none but the professor has been able to capture its ethereal yearning, which has served only to convince him that he can solve this puzzle on his own. Surely, after some time alone, he'll come to remember how valuable we are. The search for this crystal seemed to be simple enough matter for him. Let him have his adventure, and upon his return, I'm certain he'll be back to his usual self. As for you, it may be best to return to Pandemonium, as Professor Claudin suggested. Speaking of which, I did have a request of my own to make. Traveling to Pandemonium requires you to pass through Elpis, correct? There's something I would have you investigate. While those creations confined within Pandemonium are considered to be failures, I doubt that's their whole story. Barring exceptional cases, they must have been under observation in Elpis for being consigned to their shackles. And if we know anything about the ancients, it's that they would have kept thorough records of the results. Delving into these records may shed light on creatures Morgan has yet to encounter. If your theory proves correct, that is. While there are no guarantees, it certainly beats the current strategy of rushing forward blindly with only her strength to carry the day. For your own sake as well as ours, please unearth what information you can. Alright, back to hell. With the archivist. Ah, back over. Yep, we're going back to Elpis now. Okay, I had to come here before going to Elpis. I was correct, though. You seek records of Pandemonium's creations? Master Themis has just finished pursuing the very same. I should not be surprised that we both arrived at the same conclusion. Luckily, I have saved you the trouble and gleaned what information I could. Ah, so you know each other. I was dreading having to once again scour the archives, but perhaps instead I'll rest for a spell. If there's nothing else, I shall take my leave. As should we, for I have undone the warding sigil blocking the entrance to Abyssios. I came here merely to chase an idle suspicion while awaiting your return. Fortunately, while Pandemonium's protective wards continue to be assailed by our unknown foe, there have been no fluctuations so great as to make me doubt Eric Thonios' capacity to keep watch over Asphodelos while I'm away. Big words. He works diligently to master the internment that he might deliver the creations back to their cages by his own hand. I thought it best to give him time to hone his craft. Since fate has brought us both here, I would ask you to accompany me while I attend to another matter, more idle suspicions. Rest assured it shall not take long. He has agreed to meet us near the naos of Pandemonium. Okay. It is over there. Way over there. Doopity-doo. But yeah, I hope everyone's having a great day today. My morning has been much better today than it was yesterday. Yesterday was awful. Everything felt like it was conspiring against me yesterday. Hi, Famous. As I have pondered our expedition into Pandemonium, I could not help but be mystified by how strongly the warders we encountered felt for La Habrea, whether it be for good or ill. Hesperos and Erichthonios were two sides of the same coin. The former looked to his mentor with absolute devotion, while the latter looks to his father with bald hatred. Bald? Wouldn't that be bold? I am sorry? What's wrong? Oh, because of my day? Yeah, it's fine. It happens. Bald hatred, that's a weird phrase. I guess I would say bear hatred would be better, but I would not expect a familiar such as you to understand this, but such extreme emotions toward a single individual are quite rare indeed. Naturally, I feel gratitude toward my mother and father, yet we are all equals in the larger picture of the star. This view is not unique to myself, it is more or less accepted as the way of things. By contrast, the researchers of Pandemonium seem to view La Habrea with a feeling approaching obsession. Whether driven by love or hate, they have all been drawn to him. There were many other aspects of the faculty's particulars I found troubling besides. I decided the best course of action would go straight to the source and pose my questions to a member of the Words of La Habrea. I love their eyes. They're so glowy. My apologies to have kept you waiting. I understand you are conducting an investigation and wish to know of its origins. Indeed. In particular, I wish to know why exactly Pandemonium was built directly under Elpis. The facility is overseen by the Words, after all. Why keep it so close to Elpis, whose governing body has no say in its day-to-day operations? At first I thought it was simply a matter of convenience. Those creations which were deemed failures by the researchers of Elpis could be easily ushered into their new homes. Imagine my surprise when a trip to the archives revealed that many of the creations were sent from organizations beyond Elpis, including from the Words themselves. Given this information, I cannot but feel that the Academia Ander would be a more fitting locale. What does Elpis have that cannot be found there? These are fitting questions, ones we've asked ourselves many times. Alas, the nature of Pandemonium's construction does not lend itself to relocation. When it was first built, circumstances weren't as they are now. As you surmised, the majority of the creations kept within Pandemonium were sent from Elpis. Yet, as the years passed, interests changed. Failures in creations deemed too flawed even to submit to Elpis Pterodactyl, whatever, drew the attention of Pandemonium's researchers. Some of these words I just can't pronounce. That is quite the change, and in fact, it almost runs counter to the facility's original purpose. Who is it that decides which creations will be subject to research? La Habrea. Such authority is reserved for the chief keyword, and he has taken it upon himself to step into that role. So if Pandemonium's resources were being misused, it would be under La Habrea's authority. I know not what you're suggesting, but the keyword also holds some sway within the facility. Not even Master La Habrea would be free from their scrutiny. They are duty-bound to report any irregularities as soon as possible, although I admit as of late their communication has been somewhat sporadic. We but recently received a report from one of the keywords stating that all is well in Pandemonium's halls. It's not. You're certain that a keyword sent it? Of course, our communications suffered a temporary obstruction, but I can assure you that the Words did their due diligence in confirming the identity of the sender. This information will help my investigation. That will be all. That will be all for my prying. Take my leave. While you're permitted to conduct your investigation freely, I must remind you that the warder's work is delicate, and it would be remiss to disturb them for longer than necessary. You have no idea what's actually going on in the facility. A blatant lie, and that would... Okay, yeah, so he's lying. One of the remaining keywords is most certainly in league with the party behind all this. Let's hurry. I know not why our adversary sent that report, but 'tis plain that we must return to Pandemonium with haste. Either they were lied to, or they are also helping cover it up. Which, it's probably better to think that they were lied to. Well, here we go. I cannot guess to what this false report has arisen now, but it certainly bodes ill, as does the knowledge that our mysterious mastermind has at least one more keyword to puppet. Regardless, they have tipped their hand, and we would be remiss to leave Erictonios at the mercy of their machinations. Let us hope no harm has befallen him. We going back into Asphodelos? Yep. Hi, Asphodelos. Not quite. I've traced these sigils countless times, yet I still lack the strength to maintain the spell. Now time works against me. I can no longer be victim to my own ineptitude. Who goes there? Hmm? Oh, one of the pinions. There is something must be admired in a single-minded effort, even if your methods leave such much to be desired. That's one of the phoenix pinions. You allow this familiar to catch you unaware. Have you set your sights on so high as to forget you walk upon the earth? I know this creature, a familiar of the phoenix, but that monster is locked away. That it is. In spite of the trouble I went to in freeing it, I might add, you grudged me for addressing you in this ill-fitting form, if you must. But with control of Asphodelos wrested from my grasp, 'tis simply the best I can offer you. Hide if you will, but mark my words, I will find you and make you pay for the chaos you've sown. There is no need for such hostility. A calm heart stays the course, the wisdom of La Habrea, your father. How would you know what wisdom he speaks? I've heard those words many times, the scolding of a tutor whose student struggled to grasp the most rudimentary lessons, seething with... Oh? Not told that to anyone, not even keyword Hesperos, that can only mean one thing. That still you insist on mocking me. Stop this farce, La Habrea. At last you move to keep up. Pity that you remain behind, nevertheless. Huh. As ever you are, always you fail to learn, fail to understand, fail to act. Though fate deigned to offer an escape, you remain here. You are bereft of magical prowess and common sense both. Hey, Isabel, how's it going? Hope you're having a good day today. But you need not despair. Dull you may be, yet you are yet indispensable to Pandemonium's great experiment. Oh, great. Don't make us fight him again. There's the affection I remember. Tell me, did I ever once measure up to your expectations? You shall. Take pride in that, and rejoice to see your wish fulfilled. What wish? Come, and all shall be revealed. All this rage, this hatred, is but a consequence of ignorance. Our desires align more than you know. What are you doing? Uninvited guests join our reunion. It seems fortune no longer favors you. Do you think I have any interest in listening to you prattle, let alone bowing to your will? I am no longer a child, and my fate lies with those who have earned it. So these are the heroes who brought Hesperos low, even as power divine flowed through his veins. 'Tis plain they are worthier subjects to contend with. Bye, asshole. Thank you. If you hadn't shown up even a moment later, I shudder to think what have become of me. There's something I must tell you. I know who's behind this. There is but one person who can hold thrall over familiar creation and keyword alike. La Habrea. I mean, I figured that out a long time ago. But what if it's not? They might just be making you think it's La Habrea. So there can be only one conclusion. La Habrea was the driving force behind this chaos. There's logic to that. There are few with the wherewithal to even consider experimentation on such a large scale, let alone the capacity to create demigods for man and beast, with the rest of us none the wiser. Considering the magnitude of his work with the convocation and the words, his relatively minor role as chief keyword comes under little scrutiny, even as it provides him the authority to wield dangerous magics. It may serve as veil and mantle both. Still, I find the notion hard to accept. The misdeeds perpetrated here could not have been done by the La Habrea I know. You have met him, yes? Do you think he is capable of this? Yeah. He is a right bastard. La Habrea is capable of far more than you know. So you believe La Habrea to be a man of few scruples, if it brings his goals closer in reach. That alone should be enough, but let me assure you, La Habrea holds nothing so dear as his own. While he may not be one to let emotion stand in the way of his mission, I do not believe there are no depths to which he would not stoop. Although we met but briefly, the impression he left on me stands in stark contrast to your evaluation. Though his methods are ever unorthodox, they seem guided by a firm understanding of what is just. There's one way to find out for certain. We delve deeper into Pandemonium and pull back the curtain on this mystery ourselves. It might not be him. I'm just saying La Habrea is a jackass. A wise course, and I would not deny the truth if I saw it with my own eyes, even if it was discomfiting to behold. Yeah, I'm not saying that he is behind it. There's a high chance, but I'm just saying La Habrea is a jackass. We must move forward with no excessive caution. La Habrea, or whomever is behind this, has likely spread their tentacles into every corner of Pandemonium. We can safely assume the other keywords won't greet us with open arms. Make our way through Abessius. So Abessius is the next tier. Asphodelos was the first one. I shall stay by Erectonios' side in case our enemies think to target him again. Could I trouble you to take the vanguard? Thank you. As a precaution, I shall safeguard you with a simple spell. This will ensure that even should we become separated, my phantom warriors will still come to your aid. If it does come to battle, the keyword's magics will put us at a disadvantage once again. Luckily, we have you to even the scales somewhat. I trust you shall be liberal with your weight. I'm gonna slap a bitch. Abyssius, the fifth circle. All right. Let's see if Evie is ready to do stuff. But yeah, I hope your day's going well, Azza. Thank you for stopping by. Oh, there we go. Probably just gonna go on Reaper since I need to learn the fights on Reaper anyways for when I actually do raiding. I doubt it'll take us very long to get into these. It's day one, so there's probably a ton of people doing this right now. You were making food? I am hungry, but not hungry enough to go and make food. Who's first? Oh, yay, weird blue. Oh, bye. Bye. All right. Oh, this music. Oh no, of course Proto Carbuncle is first. Hi, Proto Carbuncle. God, you're terrifying. I like this music. Oh, okay, just fucking go right in. Don't let people do anything. That's always fun. This is a very tiny arena. Oh, that's probably gonna be get behind if I had to take a guess. Yep. Ruby Glow, that's probably an AoE. Yep. Another Searing Ray. Oh, wait, what? Wait, what? Oh, there's a shield. That's a new mechanic. Crunch. Topaz stones. Oh, are they still there? Is that what's going on? Are they hidden? Okay, I think. Yeah, okay. Well, I'm just gonna follow over. Oh, I see. They take up the whole area. Sonic Howl, another AoE. Yep. Let's just get behind. What's he doing? Acid Slaver? Oh, I just used my thing. Okay. Oh, we're actually down here now. Okay. That's pretty cool. That wasted my entire Enshroud. That wasted my entire Enshroud. Wow. Good to know for the future, I guess. Wait, none of these are safe. Oh, wait, no, this one is. Okay. Toxic Crunch? Oh, it puts poison on the tank. Lovely. Venom Squall. No idea what that's gonna be. Oh. Oh. Lots of AoEs. What? Oh, they spread. What? Oh, they're AoEs. Oh, Jesus. Oh, okay. I just got 8. Oh, ow, I'm dead. Ooh. Alright, so that's just an instant kill. Topaz Cluster, that's new. Ah, they're going off at different... I got it, I see. Go move this one. They're going off at different times. Yeah, so that's an instant kill. That's gonna be shitty. I like this music, though. Oh, you bitch. Oh, where he's doing Venom Squall, though. That should be fine over here, yeah. Alright, other than that one mechanic, he wasn't too bad. Yeah, other than that one Devour mechanic, he wasn't too bad. Still terrifying. Alright, what do we got? These are going to be one-time things. $86. Oh, there we go. That's fine. I got a comm. Cool. This place is... Yeah, that was a weird boss fight. I like the phase transition, though. That was pretty cool. This is where the research is conducted on creations imbued with poisons and venoms. Erectonios and I were conveyed not far from here. It seems our foe is finding it more difficult to surprise us. Fortunately for you, since they appear particularly keen to see you dispatched as quickly as possible. Even alone, you are a force to be reckoned with. Part of me is glad you emerged victorious, that I might observe you further. Is it the Pinion? Nope. It's La Habrea. Were the circumstances different, I might thank you for keeping my son alive for this long, but I believe we can forego introductions, unless I have misread you. I'm all too familiar, Paragon. Am I supposed to know who you are? Charming appellation, but I'm afraid I hold no such position. No, I am La Habrea, the convocation of 14. If you truly are who you claim to be, then answer this question. That can wait. Uh-huh. What is this? What's he doing? Now this is curious. The trap I wove at your feet reacts to aether, but you remain unaffected. Such thin aether, and in an unfamiliar composition besides, it is of no matter, I suppose. A more direct approach will beget the same results. I would advise you think carefully before deciding your next action. Strike me down here, and Erectonios' wish shall remain unfulfilled. Never again shall he meet Athena. Mother, you would dare hide behind her name? Listen well, Erectonios. We are all of the same mind concerning your mother. You have your allies for protection, so what harm is there in hearing me out? Wait, there's a question I need to ask first. If you truly are La Habrea, why speak such blatant lies? Bitter in defeat, are we? Say my name. A simple request. Thamius, was it? A trifle soon forgotten as you are. As are you. I have my answer. The La Habrea that I knew took pride in the convocation and would never suffer this denigration? Whatever it says. Denigration? You sully his station with this farce. What are you saying? La Habrea and I hardly saw eye to eye, but I know his voice when I hear it. Indeed, he makes a passing fine imitation in appearance and manner. However, the real La Habrea would never call me by the name Famous. Oh god. What trouble have you gotten yourself into, Elidibus? Imposter, you have no right to claim that form, that mask. Who? Who is this? It was a mask that sickened me to wear. The Mask of La Habrea, a man who values his position above all, who would murder his own wife in pursuit of duty. Yet you would assume my name and wield powers that are mine by right. Any worth you may have hinges on that which you despise so. Such trite provocations, I will not be goaded into finishing this ere my work is done. Erictonios, listen well. I am Hephaestos, and it is I whom you should call father. They do look alike. Yeah, they have very similar features. But in the name of creation. We would do well not to stand idle while our enemy is about. I believe an explanation is in order, Elidibus. Let us return to the safety so you may provide it. That sounds more like the La Habrea, I know. Before we depart, however, I must offer you an apology. La Habrea said, I am Elidibus, one of the convocation and emissary of their will. For reasons which do not involve you, it was necessary to hide my identity while investigating this place. Still, that hardly excuses my deception. Whatever your name is, you're still Themis to me. I know a thing or two about deception myself. I had a feeling. Your perceptiveness does not surprise me. When the time comes, it shall make my explanation all the easier to understand. In any case, we have pressing matters to attend to. Let us do as La Habrea suggested and return to the gates. Please help him. Save him. Okay. As you are aware of by now, I am known as Elidibus. After my dear friend Azam and I detected irregularities in Pandemonium, we decided the best course of action would be to hide my station as I conducted my investigation. I am sure La Habrea as well is eager to find out why I hid who I was, so I shall save that story for later. First, I would speak to you. Although neither Azam nor I had ever met you in the flesh, you came with her highest recommendation. That alone was enough for me to accept you as an ally without question. That somewhere in the world a guiding star is so similar to herself was out there amused Azam to no end. There was not a shade of doubt in her heart that you would be a formidable ally. Furthermore, I have heard stories that Mistress Vana, who held that position of Azam previously, journeyed with a familiar much like yourself. That made the decision to trust you all the easier. She too now dons the white robes of an advisor. If she placed her absolute faith in you, I knew I would be in capable hands. Aware though I was of the path you had walked, I had no interest in exposing you. I merely wanted to meet you to travel by your side for a while. I may know but a small portion of your whole story, but that is enough for me to believe you would never lead me astray. I wanted to tell you that. Okay. Keywords jail. I don't know how long it's been since we last spoke, La Habrea, and truth be told, I had hoped we never would again. But I see now that I was a fool to think I would ever escape your meddling. Just what is that thing that calls himself La Habrea? Why is he the spitting image of your younger self? I find it hard to believe you've only just now found out about such a being was wreaking havoc in Pandemonium. Did you think matters would simply sort themselves out? I suppose you deserve at least a cursory explanation. I was well aware of the anomalies occurring within Pandemonium, including the fact that Azim and Elidibus had taken it upon themselves to investigate. I saw no reason to insert myself into the situation for a time. Imagine my surprise when, instead of a formal report from you and yours, I received a communication from one of the key wards stating that research and operations were proceeding as usual. While Hephaistos' deception was almost childish in its simplicity, it became plain to me that your grasp on the situation was slipping. So you knew of his existence from the beginning. I can hardly imagine that you would suffer another to masquerade as one of the convocation, not without good reasons. As you well know, the name La Habrea is but a marker of my station. 'Tis not the name I was born with. Hephaestus... Is that supposed to say Hephaestus? I don't know. Has claimed that for himself. I cannot fault him for it, as he is my other half, in a manner of speaking. He knows all that I know, my equal in every way, yet within his heart is naught but greed, envy, and desire, all emotions that we are loath to acknowledge within ourselves. If what you say is true, what purpose would such a being serve? He is the product of experimentation gone awry. Reminder of the days when I was yet young and reckless. I thought him sealed away for good, but it seems time has a way of unearthing the shame we bear. When he spoke of my mother, he looked at you with venom in his eyes, blamed you for her death. Was he right to do so? Hi, I'm here too. His words were but the ramblings of a tortured mind. Hatred and despair he endures has warped his view of the world irreparably. Irreparably. God. Now that he has awakened, he must be put to rest. If he succeeds in breaching Pandemonium's protective wards, he shall invite disaster onto our star. That's already happening. As chief keyword of Pandemonium, it is my duty to decide the proper course of action. As such, I declare that all research shall be summarily abandoned and the facility destroyed. You would leave the other warders to their doom? 'Tis a choice befitting La Habrea. Do you disagree? You speak of duty, and ours is to guide our star and its inhabitants upon the correct course. It is no surprise that you would choose an annihilation of Pandemonium if its existence posed even the remotest risk to our people. I mean, yeah, I guess. Yet, as you can see by Erectonios' response, the decision is somewhat more nuanced than that. Azim and I grappled with this conundrum for some time, in fact. That is precisely why I chose to involve myself directly. 'Twas the only way I could truly determine the best solution. And you need not trouble yourself with that further. The chief keyword must prevent the worst from occurring, no matter the cost. Your feelings, Elidibus, are of no consequence. Have you taken even a moment to consider another path? You've spared nary a thought for aught but yourself and your duty. You have no idea of the trials we've endured, the foes that Morgan has stood against. I've killed you a few times. A being of such aether as I have never seen. What are you? She is the guiding star that shall lead us safely through this. Thanks to her stout arm and steadfast courage, we have subdued the mythic creations and returned them to their cells. Speaking of which, I would hear your opinion. As outsiders, we are in a unique position to look upon circumstances with our visions unclouded by attachment. La Brea can't be trusted. Is that what you said about being an emissary? Too soon to give up on saving the others. Agreed. We still know next to nothing about Hephaestus, and I highly doubt La Habrea has been forthcoming with the truth. We've managed to regain control of Asphodelos. He must be made to see that there's merit in continuing on this path. I have it. Speak in your official capacity as Elidibus the Emissary. Judge which approach is more sound, and even La Habrea would be compelled to listen. As Elidibus, I am duty-bound to assess the matter from a position of impartiality. My opinion as Themis can carry no weight. You understand what that means, yes? Even so, you've walked with us all this time, seen what we've seen. Based on that alone, I trust that you'll find the best way forward. In my capacity as emissary, I shall state my judgment. At present, there are merits both in destroying Pandemonium outright and in taking time to rescue its researchers, and neither is yet an impossible task. Therefore, I judge that the most measured choice would be to continue upon our present course. We delve into Abessius, and cheering any mythical creatures we encounter along the way. You have yet to witness her might and Erectonios' resolve. I would ask that you see our capabilities firsthand and only then decide if our endeavor is futile. If such is the will of the emissary, then I shall obey. However, if indeed I find your strength to be lacking, I trust there will be no objections to the immediate destruction of Pandemonium. To be completely fair to La Habrea, he is thinking of everyone on the planet, and by killing maybe a couple hundred people for the entire planet to not be destroyed. So, I mean, I get where he's coming from. You needn't worry about that. We won't fail. But yeah, I get where La Habrea is coming from, but it's still a dick move. You are bolder than I remember. And you're even more tedious than I remember. Morgan, come find me when you're finished. Long cutscenes for the raid this time around. They're usually not this long. Erectonios is understandably frustrated, but if we are to conquer Abessius, we must go forth with clear heads. Pray lend an ear to his troubles, that their weight might be lightened. More talking. Yay! Ugh. This definitely stretches my voice. Playing this game on stream, because I have to read so much. You do have my gratitude, ill fit as I am to show it at the moment. Without your words to sway him, La Habrea would have carried out his plan without a second thought. When at first we realized the creations had slipped their bonds, the other keywords did all in their power to restore order. Even though they could have chosen escape, they remained to aid their allies. I'm certain not a soul among them would wish to see this facility erased from the world, and they don't deserve to be abandoned simply for carrying out their duty. And besides, Hephaestus has secrets yet untold, secrets that would be buried if Pandemonium were reduced to rubble. I mean to uncover the truth behind his words, the truth of my mother. While La Habrea was quick to dismiss his claims, I failed to see what Hephaestus would gain from fabricating such a story. All I was told of my mother's death was that she perished in an accident. No one would say more. It was almost as if they feared saying more, in fact. Even if it was not La Habrea that dealt the fatal blow, we've seen with our own eyes how quickly he can condemn others to die. I only wish to know at last what befell. What do you think? Does La Habrea, have any regard for the lives of others, or will he carry out his duty with another's blood on his hand? He once used one of my allies as a vessel for his own twisted ends. I have no idea what he might be like in this age. Yeah, there's a very large time gap between this La Habrea and the one I know, so I can't rightly give a explanation. Just how long has it been since you last met? Regardless, I'd like you to try and view him as he is now. Another opinion would be much appreciated. Yeah, I can't give you a clear answer just because the La Habrea I know is not the same as this one. But it is plain there is much to consider. Thank you. It is easy for me to get carried away by emotion where he's concerned. We should focus on the task at hand, proving to La Habrea that we are capable of saving Pandemonium and its keepers. The most convincing way to do that would be to regain control of Abessus. Although I am loath to admit it, he would know more about those depths than any of us, and seeing as how we require every advantage we can afford, would you be able to speak to him? He seems to have a special interest in your capabilities, and may deign to help at your suggestion, only to see what you can do. Yeah, the La Habrea I know is a fucking bastard, but I can't say the same about this one, because I don't know this one. More cutscenes! Erictonios appears to have deep trust in you, and Elidibus tells me you share some relation to Azim. Your unusual aether does not mark you as a familiar. It is unlike anything I have seen, even among the countless concepts I have observed. Think that I would encounter an existence I would not create by my own hand. Azim never ceases to surprise. The previous Azim was much the same. In taking the entirety of the star into consideration, she came to hold dear emotions and people that more logical mind would have discarded. This made her act in her own self-interest more often than not. Just as you and Elidibus have concluded in this matter, the true danger of Azim's nature is its tendency to infect all those she comes into contact with. Emmett said much the same. Trust that I shall do naught that would violate my duty. And yet you so frivolously invoked your authority as emissary to justify this little excursion. It matters little, however, only your deeds can speak for you. You wish to know more of Abessus, I take it. Although I no longer have control over many of its functions, I can yet sense the creations lie within. The chief keyword's reach is far indeed. Well then, what do we have to look forward to? I sense no creations of note. Perhaps they have been made into fodder for experimentation, or perhaps they have been transferred into the deeper circle. Yet Hephaestus would never allow you safe passage. He has left a trial for you to overcome. I speak of Hegemon. Really? Hegemon? Keyword of Abessus. Although her presence is stained with marks of corruption, it is unmistakable. I knew her as a woman gifted in magic and blessed with a highly logical mind. While I can sense those qualities within her still, there is something else at work. If I had to hazard a guess, I would say that that's because she's already been twisted into a hemethos, doubtless against her will. A hemetheos. We must rescue her from that cruel fate. If we cannot, we can at least seal her away until we find means to undo the damage. Your allies make you bold, Eratonios. Very much look forward to seeing how far that they carry you. Dagger eyes. Sixth circle, now accessible. All right, let's see. Huh. Oh, there we go. What the hell is the next fight gonna be? Hegemon is a name drop, though. That does fit the theme of vampires and stuff, so... I forget what Hegemon was originally. Definitely a reference. Let me see. I might be thinking of Hegemon Edelgard. But no, there is definitely... Hegemon is definitely a myth. Yeah, it was a Greek thing. That's what I thought. It's Greek mythology. It's like a plant monster or something like that. It's some kind of plant's mythological plant creature. That's what I'm thinking of, at least. Hegemon in current definition is like it has a political meaning, I think, like leaders and stuff like that, but the one I'm thinking of is the mythology, the Greek mythology one. I'm honestly surprised it's taken this long to get in. So I'm assuming she's gonna be the last boss of this set. Waiting on you, Mr. Tank. Ew. Fighter? Oh no, it's just her. She's not even the last boss, she's just the next boss. Okay. Definitely plant stuff going on, so I might have been right on that. Interesting music. I like this music. I like this. Uh-oh. Oh, you put the boss all the way... Oh, no, she has a massive hitbox. Never mind. I didn't realize she had a massive hitbox. She's definitely gonna turn into something else. Uh-oh. She is definitely gonna turn into something else. Her hitbox is way too big for her. Dark 4. AoE? Yep. Transmission. Oh, she's got some weird things on me. Glossomore? Oh, I have a thing on me. I'm assuming don't do anything. Out of control? Oh! This mechanic. I know that mechanic from a while back. I haven't seen that one in a while. So she's more of, I guess she could be considered a plant monster. She's more of a parasite, though. Polymoniad? What? Oh, whoops, wrong buttons. Wow, my rotation is all over the place. She's spinning. Oh, uh-oh. Okay. So that's in front of her and behind her. That's good to know for the future. Oh god. Heal me, please. Okay. like this music. Oh no, we're doing it again, eh? Everyone's getting it this time, though. Oh. Oh, someone died. Ethereal Exchange. Element Sigma. Oh, oh god, they're switching. Yep, okay, they were switching. Oh, that's annoying. Will I be fine here? Nope. Doing it again. Okay, I actually should be fine right here. If I'm oh god, she's doing this. If I'm reading this correctly, at least. Okay, I was fine. Uh-oh, both healers are down. We have no reses. This is a wipe. Yep, that's a wipe. At least I get the mechanics a little better now. Dude, just walk into the wall real quick so we can continue. Okay, there we go. Some people don't like to just walk into the wall when they know it's a wipe. Guess she doesn't turn into anything else, at least. God, her fucking, she turns a lot. I don't like it. 10 seconds. I really like this music. Oh shit, she wasn't facing the way I was expecting. I have to look at the things on her back. I got 20 seconds on mine. More darkness. Okay. I think I get that mechanic now. So I gotta watch, because some of them are full circles, and I have to be careful of those ones. Yeah, see, that one over there is a full circle, so this will be safe. Yeah, okay, I get that mechanic now. Safe. Oh, she's also doing her spins. Alright. Oof. Alright. I think we're good. Oh, okay, we're fine over here. Awesome. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Yeah, I was kind of right with what she was gonna be, but she's more, like I said, she looks more like a parasite than a plant. That music was really good. I like that music. No, I don't want to skip the cutscene. I don't get to see, what's his name's weird face when he does the binding stuff. That music was really good. I liked that. Alright, what do we got? Well, I guess I'll go for accessories first. I rolled 6. Alright. Alright. Alright then. I guess I'll go for helmet. I got a helmet. I just want something. We won. The keyword is sealed away and alive this time. Habrea can't deny us now. Oh, he'll find a way. Does that say? Servant of Violence. Our plan was a success, although I hardly need to tell you that. Hegemon has been sealed away, and now you have no choice but to admit the merit in our methods. You have the right of it. I am not so petty as to deny the achievements of those I've squabbled with, no matter how strongly we disagree. Moreover, this being, Aether as thin as retreating mist, unable to wield creation magics, yet powerful enough to subdue a Hemethos, has made this ordeal far more interesting. Then we have leave to continue? As for that, there is one among you whose very presence puts the others at risk. 'Twould be best to proceed without him, for failure would have consequence that far reach beyond Pandemonium. And for whom do you speak? A warder who cannot even conduct his duty without aid. In this place, hope alone is not enough to overcome what awaits you. A single misstep will send all to their doom. As long as we each do our part and look to the allies by our side, even a neophyte can upraise his companions. That's something that Morgan and Themis taught me. While I do not wish to express any bias, I am inclined to agree. My investigation has made anything clear, it is that we are together greater than the sum of our parts. And hope has not brought us this far. It drives us to seek the right path and to act before the path that lies close to us. And tell me, what is it you hope for? To see Hephaestus in chains, that's the surest way to prevent further sacrifice. I am aware that destroying Pandemonium would rid us of him, but the cost is far too great. And I admit, I wish to know how he means to resurrect Athena. And there we have it. Must leave this place at once, and do not think to set foot in Pandemonium again. You are capable, that much is plain, yet Hephaestus cannot be suffered to live, and I shall not allow this talk of resurrection to poison mine or anyone else's mind. Life flows in a cycle, this is known. All souls return to the underworld, and Athena's is no exception. has likely found a new vessel and a new journey to embark upon. You cannot be ignorant to the folly of Hephaestus' words. Even were he to breathe life into a body, the soul contained within would not be your mother's. What if our knowledge is imperfect? What if Hephaestus has discovered something no one else has? He knows all that you do, understands the bitter reality of the world. He wouldn't pursue the impossible. Think, Erichthonios. I have already explained that he is merely my twisted reflection. Is it worth bringing back your mother if it means others are used and discarded like tools? Is it worth it to see her once more? Now you measure the worth of your colleagues' lives. What was that foolish braying about saving them? Merely a performance to hide your childish devotion. Come on, he's a kid. Such barbs will get us nowhere. We should first discuss. You would call me a fool, you who murdered your wife in service of your ambition, for the sake of the star, no doubt. I can hear it again, that voice inside my head. Know who to follow, Hephaestus. Oh, great, he's... I love you so, and this voice will guide me to you. Listen not, Erichthonios. You taught me that a calm heart stays the course, but I could never grasp the rudder. Great. Are we gonna have to fight him again? I really hope not, because that's gonna be kind of lazy if we have to fight him again. At least if we do, I hope it's a different fight. You know, this is partially your fault. If you had just believed in him a little bit, he probably wouldn't have turned. Festus is cunning despite his warped mind. Whatever took hold of Eric, it made short work of his reason. From the moment he laid eyes upon me, I could sense his hatred and rage simmering below the surface. It was but a matter of time until it spilled forth, and that was when he fell into the spell's embrace. Magic woven with such skill that Eric himself failed to notice until it was too late. This is the measure of Hephaestus' power, then the other keywords had little chance to resist. We saw his work during our encounter with Hesperos. Doubtless Hephaestus' magics fed his admiration and envy until there was room for naught else in his heart. And there was something else besides. Did you not feel the presence of another? As I thought, someone was trying to warn Eric, but whom? Could it have been one of the keywords? This is Mom, obviously. Alas, their warning arrived too late. I had already provoked Eric past the point of no bear the burden for this failure. In my stubbornness, I could but scorn the boy, and Hephaestus knew that. Now I dread to think of the ordeal that awaits him to my rashness. There is time to save him, and easily regain control of Abessus, giving us a firm foothold from which brave Pandemonium's lowest level. The enemy is within reach. Let me go smack it. Just as with Hesperos, Eric is in danger of being consumed by Hephaestus' spell. However, I have faith that he will not easily lose sight of himself. The way forward is clear. Ahabrea, pray tell us all you know of what we shall find beyond Abessus. I can only assume one more keyword lies in wait. The deepest level of Pandemonium is called Tartarus. and your passage shall be challenged not only by a keyword. Festus had laid traps in every corner of its halls. You have no hope of surviving far past the threshold. That, I expect, is where Morgan shall shine. Her dissolute aether shall allow her to slip through the traps unimpeded. We saw it when Festus had no effect, and doubtless even he has yet to devise a countermeasure. Then time is of the essence. As Festus is already well aware that you can match a keyword in battle, he will not stand idle while you stroll past his other defenses at your leisure. Agreed. However, clarity will be indispensable to our success, and I'm afraid I must insist it ere we depart. We have yet to discern to what end Hephaestus would use Eric. No, I would ask that you enlighten us. Then there's the matter of Athena. Why do you fiercely rebuke Eric's feelings for his mother? Probably to to bury his own feelings, I would assume. While I understand the very thought of resurrecting the dead is anathema, you act as if grief over her passing should be equally so. How are we to grapple with the plagues our friends and drives our foes if reading is hard. How are we to grapple with what plagues our friend and drives our foe if you refuse to acknowledge it? I do acknowledge it. I wish only to spare those that feel its still greater pain. You mean to protect Eric with your silence? Drove your own son over there. How dare you? Oh. You're right. The blame of for Eric's fate rests squarely on my shoulders. Very well, I shall lay bare the truth, but only after the foe before us has been laid low. The remaining keyword is Agdistis. She has served in Pandemonium since its inception. Her affinity for magic is peerless even among the keywords. Festus knows that losing her would mean the end of his experiments. He has hidden her in a space unreachable by conventional means. But your presence makes mockery of such barriers. The scarcity of your aether means that it will be trivial to send you directly to Agdistis. We shall approach as closely as caution will allow. We know where the battle will commence, so I do not anticipate difficulty in detecting your presence. From afar, I shall do my best to provide you with ground on which to fight and phantom allies to aid you. As for the internment, I have yet to think of a foolproof method. Internment shall not be necessary. From here, I can sense, I get this, whatever's essence, but it is scarcely recognizable. Festus was more ambitious with her than he was with Hegemon. She has been transfigured such that barely a scantling of herself remains. We can but take comfort in what a mercy in the world will be. Great, what the hell is the next one? Oh, alright. Got 2 fights left. We're running on the 2-hour mark, too. Been streaming for 2 hours. Or almost 2 hours, about. I do like the music in this place, though. It's really nice. Boop, Boop, boop. I think talking so much is making my congestion worse. But I do gotta get used to talking more, so this is good practice. Oh, good. It's blue. Well, if that's the music for that fight, then I wonder what the music for the last fight's gonna be. Usually the music for the last fight in a raid series is different. Okay. Nothing right now. Ooh, oh. Is this gonna be like Eden? Oh my god. Alright then. Creepy. Definitely reminiscence of Eden, though. Carvey would be the worst. Oh, the sides maybe? In the middle? Oh no, forward. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, good, holy. Okay, it was that. Okay, she's doing the one up close now. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Is she gonna do the slide again, too? Yep. I'm like... Oh, uh-oh. Oh, God. Oh, jeez. Oh, we have a tiny platform now. What is this? That's the close one. And she's gonna do the slide afterwards? Yep. I keep wanting to move over here just to be safe, but oh, tank busters. Uh-oh. That's just a big AoE. Oh, with bleed though. Ow. Forbidden fruit. Uh-oh. What do we do? Oh, okay, don't be on the platforms. Oh, geez, okay. So we're gonna want to move to this one afterwards. Or just be here in the middle. This seems to work fine. More forbidden fruit. Okay, is this gonna be the same, or are they gonna have different forms? Okay, the birds are probably line AoEs. Yep. Wait, what? Excuse me? Okay. Alright, that's terrifying. That's also terrifying. Let's get away. Get away. Get away. She's gonna do the slide afterwards. Yep. Those are AoEs. This is a cool mechanic. That's a cool mechanic. I like that mechanic. Only 2 this time. They're AoEs. Oh, no, 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 no. Run, 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 run. Oh, I still got hit by that. That is a tiny safe spot. Got 3 this time. Oh. Oh, and there's meteors? Okay, we're probably gonna have to hit them afterwards, yeah. Oh, that's to get away from it. AoE spam. Okay, we got 2 lion AoEs and a dash. It looks... Oh! Oh, that's a knockback. Oh, Jesus, that's a hell of a knockback. Okay. Well... I died once. Almost dead, at least. That's an AoE. Oh, Eevee might be dead. Yep, shouldn't have summoned. I'm gonna wait. This is the raid. Also, hi, Barry. That's the getaway. Okay, at least we got it. First try. Hey, welcome back, Barry. I hope you had a decent trip and everything went okay. Or a decent ride, at least. I'm gonna go ahead and knead on that head, since I did get a head. Damn it, didn't get it. Damn it. Okay, I got the earrings. I got the ring at least. I haven't touched the new story yet, Barry. The moment she was slain, the flow of aether and pandemonium focused keenly on this location, creating a tunnel of sorts through which we could quickly convey ourselves. It was almost as if we were ushered here. Sorry, hon. The space was created with care and concealed with powerful wards. Only a keyword would have been able to detect it, and even then with great difficulty. If only I could restore Tartarus to order, but I am afraid this is the most I can manage with such power as remains to me. It has been too long, Master La Habrea. Likewise, keyword. I should not be surprised you were able to break free of Hephaestus' spell, even diminished as you were. It was not an easy task, even with your aid. His curses dig into one's heart, creating a storm of emotions that is all too easy to become lost in. Only by chance did a fragment of myself remain, illuminating a path through the madness. And thus I am able to appear before you now. Even while my body was powerless to resist Hephaestus' command, some small part of my logical mind stood alone in defiance. It even managed to speak to the outside world. The report, that was you. Doubtless you recognize my voice from the many times I have called out to you. The hope that those pleas would not fall on deaf ears was all that could keep me from succumbing to hopelessness. But I have greater purpose here than simply saying my farewells. There is something you must know, that the tragedies of the past do not repeat in the present. Forgive me for what I am about to do, Master La Habrea, but the story must be told. 'Tis the only way to understand Hephaestus' fixation on Eric. No longer can you hide your heart away. No, the mask marks him as La Habrea. Master La Habrea had brought to an end to Lady Athena's life and sealed away a part of his memory and emotions within Hephaestus. These are my recollections of the moments following. You truly have no intention of revealing the truth to Eric? My lesser half is now buried where none can find it. We would be wise to do the same with our memory of this day. Blood should not sway the spirit, but Athena's teachings have warped the boy. I fear he would see our star burn to keep his mother safe. Eric believes that he feels love, but he is shackled by dependence. He cannot bear the truth. His dependence makes it all the more important to be open with him. He will seek answers about his mother's loss, which shall inevitably lead him to you. Are you willing to accept the blame for Athena's death? Are you willing to accept your son's hatred? If that is what comes to pass, then so be it. Better to be burdened with hatred than the knowledge that Athena thought his body and soul mere tools to be used and discarded. Even were I to tell him what his mother plotted, he would ever seek reasons to believe that the true fault lies with me or with him. Should he merely hate me, he will remain unfettered by doubt, free to serve the star far from his parents' shadow. Eric loved his mother more than life itself, and yet, what a dreadful truth you've borne all this time. Such is La Habrea's nature. Every action, every word, a solution to life's great dilemmas, and none to spare for his own. What I have revealed to you is but a small portion of a larger picture. I shall leave it to La Habrea to paint the rest for you, and for Eric. Thank you. I always admired you, you know. What choice did I have when you sacrificed so much to guide our star to the heavens? Festus has doubtless sensed that his final keyword has fallen. We should return to the surface before he moves to strike us here. We are to face him. We must be prepared to bring our full strength to bear. She was ever a bold woman, even in her final moments, that she would unearth the secrets of my past for all to look upon. Still, full glad I am that she faced you as her last opponent. I can think of none more worthy to send her soul off to the other side. One final wish. The vision you saw told the story far more eloquently than I ever could. Athena was consumed by her research and was willing to sacrifice her own child if it hastened her progress. She did not offer him a position here out of the sense of love or pride. It was merely because she knew he would be the most pliable test subject. I see now why you hid the truth from him. I cannot say with certainty that Eric could handle the weight of such betrayal after holding his mother on a pedestal for so long. Fortunately, it seems not even her death has ensured his safety. Festus has taken up Athena's research and succeeded in creating however you say that. I know not what his ultimate end is, but 'tis plain it is connected with the resurrection of Athena. That knowledge alone is sufficient to direct our next course of action. As for the rest of your story, we shall hear it after we have returned Eric to safety in accordance with her last wish. Very well. I can at least assure you that finding him shall prove relatively simple now that Hephaestus can no longer bend Pandemonium to his will. There is but one place left for him to hold refuge, the Black Heart of Tartarus, where Athena built her testing compound. We can assume that Hephaestus will offer fierce resistance. I must focus my every effort on securing a safe means of approach. Habrea, I would ask that you assume the duty of summoning Morgan's Phantom Warriors. I have no objections. My ability to fight within Tartarus would be greatly diminished in any case. However, I wish to deal the final blow to Hephaestus myself. There is no need to dirty your hands with such a deed. I take it, then, you have no intent to seal him away as before. The presence I felt when I encountered Hephaestus bore little resemblance to the entity I created. By his own hand, he has become something far more wicked. The same magics that once shackled him may very well shatter before the power he wields. On my pride as a researcher, I am loath to repeat the same mistake twice. I would not see these events play out again, and so he must be extinguished. Shall I open the way forward? May we win this? May we finish this together? We still have one raid tier left. Something's gonna happen. Yeah, we still have a raid tier left to go after this, so something's gonna happen. Alright. Doobity-doobity-doo. Can't wait to see what the raid weapons look like. I don't think they've shown the scythe yet. I've only seen, like, the Dragoon Spear and some other choice ones. I don't think they've showed the scythe yet. But hopefully it looks cool. I would like some more scythes. Because I don't like a lot of the scythe designs in this game. Like, I like this one. This is like the very first scythe you get. And there's like 2 other ones that I like. Did you one? We're on the last one. Abesius 8, which is the last one for this tier. Wondering what the last... I mean, I'm assuming Eric is going to be the last fight again. Or I guess Hephaestus could be the last fight, too. 9 minutes? We're only missing 1 tank, though. Hopefully it doesn't take that long. There we go. Well, there's Eric.
Ericthonios is mine, heart and soul. And with
Voice
your
acting.
death, none will be left to stop me.
Looks like we're fighting him, then. Oh. Perfect imperfection. Oh, they're red this time because La Habrea is doing the summoning. That's a nice little attention to detail. Interesting music.
Rest eternal in the dark depths of this prison.
Genesis of Flame. Oh my god.
From fulgent flame my servants rise.
Oh, that's a line AoE. Everyone got hit by that.
Not but ash in your wake.
Okay, so that's probably gonna be get in the center. Yep. So dragon is line, bird is center. Dragon is gonna be another line AoE.
A fitting death.
Flame Viper.
Behold the fruits of
Forged
sacrifice.
Reflection. Oh my god, he's terrifying looking.
Afraid to be consumed.
Look away from those. Oh, lovely. Oh, they're ads too. What the heck is he doing? Okay, it's just an AoE.
Perish in flames and
Fourfold Fires.
go forth and sate your bounty.
Oh, what the heck's going on here? Ah. Oh, they're doing the dragon AoE. So it's gonna be, oh, okay. Alright, okay, I see now, I see. Too much. Damn it, those are big AoEs.
Out of my sight.
Chores and possibly food? Okie dokie. Be safe. Okay, those are massive ass AoEs.
I shall see my wish fulfilled.
Oh. He is a centaur now.
You will know my rage.
Oh, alright. Here. Then he's gonna do, like, right here. Yep, okay. Rearing Rampage. I'm gonna assume don't be behind him. Nope, that's just an AoE. Okay.
Sear flesh from bone.
Oh, geez. Okay. Now, this is the safe spot over here. Sunforge, that's center. He's doing the Gorgons again.
You are prey to be consumed.
Oh, that's different. Oh shit, the safe spot's over there. Woo! Alright, let me not fuck this mechanic up this time. Alright, so he's doing those two first. Alright, now the ones that the dragons go to, which are that side. Okay, so he's gonna do these next. Looks like it's gonna switch around to the other side. Ah, shit, I didn't see which one he was doing. Not gonna LB because I think we might need it. I'm gonna hold off on LB. Yeah, he got big feet. Oh, he's doing the centaur again. I don't like this form.
You will know my rage.
Here this time. Back there. And over there. Oh my gosh. And right here should be fine. Yeah. Alright, I think I'm gonna go ahead and limit break now.
Praying before a god. Leave naught but ash in your way.
Bird! But again, there's still one more tier to this raid, so there's still something else. Something is gonna happen. What is the minion? Oh, it's a little wind-up Eric. That's kind of cute. Ember's Orchestrion. Didn't get either of them. And there's no helmet on this one either. Fairly certain I've got that ring. I'll hold off on a couple of these. Just to be on the safe side. I did... Someone rolled higher than a 97 on that ring. Are you serious? Fine, I'll take the armor. I can't believe someone rolled higher than a 97 on that. The chain of events that led to this moment began with my error. When out of mercy I confined you here, now I break it and leave no trace of you behind. This is not over. See, you will not go peacefully. Even a cast-off would uphold his pride, though such an impulse must speak to overwhelming arrogance of my other half. The name Hephaestus shall grow to eclipse yours. None shall remember the deeds of La Habrea once I fulfill Athena's ambition and bring Eric's dream to life. You speak as if you care a whit for the boy. Why then do you cower behind him? There are some desires which must not be realized. Athena would see the world destroyed if it meant she could find hers in the ruins. As for Eric... He knows not what his wish would beget, a truth which you have hidden from him. Do you truly believe a father's role is to deceive and manipulate? I mean, you deceived him too. My wish. You would claim the name Hephaestus and call yourself his father, yet you bind his mind and body in dark chains. Your words and your pride ring hollow. Athena wanted her son by her side, and he desires to return there. What wickedness is there in mending a broken family? Athena cared not for Eric, beyond how he could serve her ends. You claim to be acting in his interest, but 'tis plain you are no different. As I ushered Athena to her end, I vowed that my sole mission in life would be to guide this star true. In service to that vow, I silenced the whispers of my heart. I could not nurture a son whilst an entire world looked to me for guidance. For that choice, I bear the responsibility. Yet he is still my son, and I shall not suffer you to seduce him with false hope. You, who are not but the bitter dregs of Athena and I, the very worst of us. No, then who? How do I... Come back to us, I guess? I hear you. I owe you and Themis an apology. Athena, did you ever in La Habrea? I will have my say. His mind was mine. I can't explain. Morgan's words reached me through the haze. They rang loud and clear. And as did the words of another, in a voice much like yours, but resounding with truth. When did you master these bonds? We've interred much worse. Worthless. He's getting mad. It appears my failures have borne fruit after all. You did well, son. Oh, some nicety from La Habrea. That's rare. Interesting final boss, though. With Hephaestus' essence contained in this crystal, we may safely return Eric above. That he would bind Hephaestus with only half his senses intact. You quite understated his adeptness in the art of internment. It was hardly what I had in mind, but a feat deserving of praise nonetheless. I don't like how this place's colors are flashing. I feel no trace of Hephaestus's poison in your mind, and for a blessing, it appears your body is none worse for wear. Welcome back. I made my way here as soon as I could. I no longer sense Hephaestus, and the force assailing Pandemonium's barriers has ceased. Are we rid of him? What's gonna happen, though? There's still a whole other raid tier after this. Despite his muddled senses, Eric felt that to seal Hephaestus away was the proper course. I wasn't so noble as that. I only knew something had to be done, so I acted. La Habrea, was that how you dealt with Hephaestus in the past? Indeed, he was not but parts of my memory and soul that I had cut away. A mass of aether without a material vessel, storing his essence within a crystal was the most logical choice. On that matter, I believe the time has come to share the rest of your tale of Hephaestus' creation and Athena's end. I heard your words, but only vaguely, as if from under the surface of deep pool, my mother wished to use me. I would hear the whole truth. I want to know what happened here, and what drove Athena to act as she did. Athena's brilliance outshone us all. Even the other members of the Words of La Habrea were as children in comparison. She so dedicated to research was she that it was not unheard of for her to forget meals or even sleep. Her mind was ever grasping for knowledge, and it was in this endless search that she became obsessed with uncovering the secrets of life. You see, while we can conceive life in various forms, the means of creating a soul are beyond our ken. Similarly, though we can enhance and alter our physical vessels, we have ever been bound to them. Athena's purpose was to shatter these limitations. Such limitations as we were not meant to surpass. She sought to enter the realm of the gods. Scarce few have the ability to comprehend what such a task entails, let alone the courage to attempt it. For most, the thought would be an idle fancy, considered once and then discarded. Not so for Athena. As leader of the Words of La Habrea, I spoke with her about transcending our being. From an academic perspective, the challenge has plagued countless researchers through the ages. It was during these musings that I began to formulate a theory, a means by which a person could meld with a creation. The weakness of one would be mitigated by the strengths of the other, and the result could be something greater than we have ever imagined. Although it was but a theory, Athena insisted I develop it further, curious about every detail along the way. Our conversations became more frequent, and our platonic relationship grew into something much. I was born not soon after. Just so. I believed she bore true affection for me, and was blind to her hidden intentions. When Pandemonium was built, and she requested to lead the researchers, I saw no reason to deny her. Even setting our relationship aside, her accomplishments as a scholar made her the obvious choice. However, in giving her Pandemonium, I also gave her free rein to conduct whatsoever experiments she could devise. When you found out what she was doing, you killed her. I made haste to Pandemonium the moment I learned of these hidden chambers. I left Agdistus to keep watch from Tartarus's vestibule, and I ventured deeper, knowing not what would await me. As for what occurred next, 'tis best to see with your own eyes. Is that me? You are well aware that our respect for our neighbors in Elpis, the researchers of Pandemonium, are not to be masked. Yet you stand before me with your face covered. What petty defiance is this? What indeed? So quick you are to rebuke me, though you yourself have not set foot in these halls since their inception. You must have known you could not conceal this from me and Agdistus forever. As well you know that I cannot allow it to continue. I shall say this but once. Release Eric, else I shall have no choice but to strike you down. I would meet my end at the hands of none other. However, ere my time is come, I will have you know the why of it. Then you will not desist. Once you understand what has driven me this far, you shall see that stopping was never an option. The feelings of one weigh little against the needs of the entire star. Of course, of that I am well aware, but you did not deign to descend from your lofty heights simply to lecture me as you would a child. You have an interest in my motivations. What possessed Athena, peerless researcher and mother to the son of the great La Habrea, to embark upon the path of her downfall? History will demand an answer, but it is you who deserve one. Give me your hand, La Habrea, and we shall know... Oh, that was too quick. Why I turned auto-scroll off. Possible? You bonded your souls. That the boundaries between us would cease to be. She offered me everything to be understood. I found myself unable to refuse. At that moment, my mind was a storm of questions, yet one roared the loudest. Did Athena ever truly love me? I am become thee, memory and mind. and I thee. This is getting weird. Can you feel it? My heart, all that I am. Yes, as if it were my own. A fathomless desire to dissect the mysteries of life, to transcend our mortal flesh, and bleed into a higher plane of existence. An unquenchable thirst for knowledge, not a single thought spared for another, for the star. How disappointing. Yet what is known cannot be unknown. You have beheld my life's work. Try as you might to excise the memory, seed of desire remains, and when it takes root, you too shall be consumed by the selfsame fervor. I will dig it out. I will dispense with the corruption in my soul ere your rotten insight spreads. 'Twas my weakness to let this wickedness fester, but never again. Today I cast aside fickle emotion and abide in duty alone. Today I renounce all that I was and live only as La Habrea. Interesting story. Thus did I forsake the part of myself that had been polluted by Athena, sealing it within a crystal. Never did I think I would one day face those memories made flesh. Forgive my bluntness, but your actions bordered on insanity. To go to such lengths to escape your own memories, you nearly rewrote your very existence. Rest assured, the change did not go unnoticed by our colleagues in the convocation. Igyorm and Emmett Selk in particular made plain the suspicions they harbored. As well they should. That you escaped with your life was nothing short of a miracle. Why did you destroy the crystal? Why didn't you destroy the crystal then and there? Did you think to one day make use of the knowledge it contained? I will not deny such considerations played into my decision, but my main motivation was fear. I had never attempted such a feat before. The crystal was my sole recourse should something go awry with the remainder of my soul. In hindsight, to cling to it was a mistake born of doubt. Athena must have anticipated that I would resort to such measure, prepared a vessel beforehand that would accept the dregs of my soul. Hephaestus doubtless believed he was performing his duty as a husband and father should, yet in truth he was but a puppet being pulled to and fro by Athena's desires. His goal was not to raise himself high, he thought only of seeing his dear Athena live again, that she might finish what she began. Yet for all that, he and I were alike. We yet shared a fatal flaw. Our need to control blinded us to other perspectives. While I was thralled to Hephaestus, you called out to me. What say you now? Does La Habrea speak true? Yes, and now it's your turn to do the same. Does your heart too? He did promise. I just want to know one more thing. Did you truly believe that hiding the truth was best for me, even knowing how I felt about my mother? The La Habrea I know had a fatal flaw, after all. I'm still not convinced. I have said all I can say. Now it is for you to choose to believe me or not. The La Habrea I know holds duty above all else. I would sooner prostrate myself before an erupting volcano than place my fickle emotions in his path. When you return to the surface, you'll doubtless don the mask once more. So before we climbed out of this forsaken pit, I suppose I should say, thank you, Hephaestus. Okay, there's still the elephant in the room about the fact that there's still going to be another tier after this, so what's going to happen to fuck everything? I've heard enough. There is more I would yet discuss, but we should first return to Pandemonium's gates. I'll gather my thoughts on the way. I owe you an apology. It was due to my own inexperience that Hephaestus was so easily able to take hold of my mind. I also owe you thanks. If you and Themis hadn't chosen to brave the chaos occurring in Pandemonium, then I would have never known La Habrea's story. 'Twas a tale I too was fascinated to hear. I very much look forward to speaking with Azim upon my return. Cannot help but wonder how much of this she foresaw. Azim herself probably didn't foresee. I am afraid I cannot allow that, Elidibus. So long as you retain control of Pandemonium, there is work to be done. But of course, I shall first free the remaining warders and restore this place to its former glory. Using the facilities in Tartarus, we should be able to reverse the changes made to their bodies and minds. I shall stay behind to oversee the process. That as well, but I must yet learn why I was considered the key to Hephaestus' experiments, how he intended to revive Athena. Such questions are best left unanswered. In fact, I forbid the pursuit of that knowledge. The boundary between man and creation shall never again be crossed. And I intend to destroy the crystal containing Hephaestus' essence, that this mistake never repeats. I see no reason to gainsay your judgment. There is yet the matter of your crystal, however. Truth be told, I had not considered its origin until I saw the one containing Hephaestus' aether. I was struck by how wholly different they were. There is another? While imbuing a crystal with memories is a simple process, storing a message, a warning even, would be something altogether more complex. This also means that someone besides the present company and Azam was aware of the plot unfolding within Pandemonium. Then why would they not make themselves known even now? No threats remain. No, there's something. Perhaps it was one of the other warders. We shall question them after they are freed. That task may take some time. A resource I'd rather not steal more of from you. Return at your leisure, and we will share our results then. You've done more than enough for the time being. I am of the same mind. Leave the loose ends to us and continue upon your journey. Or if you are so inclined, take much needed repose. This talk of journey smacks of Azam. As well it should. She has pledged to keep moving until she has seen every corner of the world. If you do find yourself with a spare moment, you might bring that crystal of yours to La Habrea. He might be able to offer further insight. Boopity boop. Oh, we're going back to Aporia. Back to Labyrinthios. Or Labyrinthos, however you say it. Boopity boop. I really hope the Proto Carbuncle is the mount for this raid tier. If it isn't Morgan, excuse me if I'm not my usual chipper self, but we have not been without our difficulties in your absence. Communications with the airship Professor Claudin commissioned for his search was lost some time ago. Now we have quite lost track of where it might be. And to make matters worse, has just sent word of an unusually large amount of energy coming from somewhere within the ethereal sea. I was just on my way to the Aetascope. In fact, please, you must come with me. Okay. What's going on? Oh. Well, what? Why is Pandemonium here? What is that? Is it real? Why is that whenever danger visits the world, you are never far behind? Hi, Fortunal. And you two, Professor Claudine's assistants, I take it. As you arrived before me, I take it you are involved in this. I would thank you to furnish me with an explanation. I'm not sure what's going on here now, though. While the research summary you submitted to the forum gave us no cause for concern, these details are alarming. Professor's last message indicated he was on his way to Azisla, but we know not whether he had ever reached his destination. A rash endeavor, even for Claudin, but he has ever allowed the thrill of discovery to cloud his better judgment. We have no recourse but to entreat Ishgar's aid in searching for him. As for the unsightly fortress which materialized in the Aether Sea, Pandemonium was it? It cannot be left alone. For the time being, information regarding this matter must be strictly controlled so as to minimize panic. We will gather those with knowledge of the Ethereal Sea and continue monitoring it for further irregularities. You two, submit a detailed report to the forum at once. present, we have far more questions than answers. Nevertheless, I would ask for your assistance at such a time that our investigation has concluded. Very good. Now, if you will excuse me, I must apprise the forum of what has occurred here. I knew something was going to happen, because we still have one more raid tier in this expansion. Just when we need him most, Professor Claudine remains unaccounted for. He even brought the crystal with him. We are left with scarce few straws to grasp at. While I am but a lowly assistant, even I can see that our two current problems are likely related. The same party or phenomenon may be responsible for both. Conversely, I see now that my unexperienced imagination failed to do Pandemonium's pitiless spires justice. I can only wonder if the facility itself traversed the ages. Did the creations within do the same? What of the keywords? But answers to these questions shall come in time, I am sure. For now, I must do as Master Fortunal asked and write that report. As for you, pray get what rest your responsibilities will allow. When next we call upon you, I wager we shall need you in prime condition. Alright, well, I think that's it. Yep. Well, that's interesting. Pandemonium is in our time now. That's gonna be interesting. Alright, we've only been streaming barely 3 hours, so let's do some more stuff. Let's go unlock the island. Haven't seen that yet. I also need to go grab some stuff from Rods at Han, some gear. Good morrow to you, my lady. Come to see Taru's boutique in the flesh, no doubt. Might I interest you in one of our world-famous silk socks? They're so comfortable you won't even realize you're wearing them. What's this? You're an acquaintance of the proprietress? Taro has told me all about you. Come to think of it, I was to inform her immediately if you happen to stop by. Please wait for just a moment. I'll fetch her immediately. Oh, so this is to deal with Tataru. Boop-a-doo-doo. There you are. Hi, Tataru. Sorry to have kept you waiting. Business is booming and I can hardly keep up. Not that I'm complaining. It feels as if only yesterday I was welcoming you as my first customer. But I'm sure you're wondering why I wish to speak with you. I have a surprise for you. A gift, in fact. A gorgeous, exclusive, and above all, properly registered island sanctuary. You heard that right. I, Taru, am presenting you with your very own island. I know you will be quite tempted to demur with "Are you certain?" or "You're far too kind." Quite certain, and yes, I know. But I hope you can accept this gift in the spirit of friendship. I have seen the weight of the burdens you carry firsthand, after all. You rose to become the champion of Eorzea, and now a hero known across the star and beyond, which leaves very few places where you might be free of duty and expectation. As I considered where you might find such an oasis, an idea washed over me like an oncoming tide: the sea. In an island paradise with naught but the serenity of nature for moms, even you should be free to relax. So what do you say? Yes, 1,000 times yes? What are we waiting for? Toss me in the hold and set sail. It's a good time to know we're of the same mind. It's good to know we're of the same mind. Truly, there is no time like the present to be on our way. We make for Morbay dry docks. Look for Baldwin, the skipper near the Aetherite. Oh, we're going to... That's a very early area. Excuse me? That's a weird quest. Alright, let me go grab gear first. Because I've got two things I can... Two accessories I can grab. You are not the one I need to talk to. I need to talk to this one over here. Slaying. Ring. Slaying. Select. Go ahead and stick all this stuff in here. Alright. 602. Do 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 do. Morbay dry docks. Oh god, all the people. This poor guy has been sitting here by himself for years, and now all of a sudden... The little mistress told me to expect you. She said be along... She said she'd be along shortly herself, but, speak of the devil. Oh my god. I thought I dressed light for our voyage, given the notorious humidity of the Southern Isles. I trust everything is in order? Just give me an holler whenever you're ready to set sail. You've nothing to fear where we're going, not since any marauder with an ounce of sense in them hung their axe up. This whole island sanctuary business came about from the Admiral reckoning we need something to do now piracy's off the table. Matter of fact, just look at me, a bloody stand-up citizen ferrying folks around. Any road, you're packed rather light for a venture of this sort. You do realize you're responsible for bringing your own tools and supplies. Not to worry, we'll procure everything there. You'll what now? How in the seven hells did you plan to do that? I have something in mind. Let's just say the idea was good enough to land us our permit. Is that so? Best of luck to you both. I'm sure you're just itching to see your new domain, so I'll fill you in on all the juicy details once we arrive. Make your preparations. We leave port the moment you give the word. I'll be waiting for you on the ferry. Island Sanctuary now accessible. I knew it was going to be its own little instance. Alright, travel to my islands. Let's see. Yep, due to extreme server load, you were unable to travel to the Island Sanctuary. I wonder if I can just sit here and keep clicking it and eventually get in. I honestly figured this would happen, though. Everyone's trying to get on it. Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to get in there right now. Alright, I don't think I can actually get into the island sanctuary tonight. I probably could with more just standing there and clicking on it, but I might just wait for the initial burst to die down before I mess with the islands. That is in... Right, that's in Razathan. I guess I could start up the main story. I'm assuming it's not too long. We need to go over there. Aetherites. I might save this for later, though, because I'm not sure how long this is actually going to take. And I've only got about 2 hours left for my normal stream, so I might just call it early tonight. Seeing as how I'm hungry and my head hurts. But yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and call it, and I'll do this next time I do 14, which will be probably a couple days. I plan on doing Saints Row tomorrow, so we'll be playing some Saints Row tomorrow. But yeah, let me, boopity boop. Need to change things around. But yeah. I think I'm going to go ahead and stop here. I hope everyone has a wonderful night. I will see you all tomorrow for some Saints Row. But yeah, have a good night, everyone. Bye.